What is up everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm out here today at Birchill Park, which is the site for the Gold Coast Challenge happening this Saturday. 2 rounds in the one day. Out here getting a practice round in, getting used to the shots, the course, seeing where the holes are, where the baskets are. So we're here on the back 9. If you haven't checked out the front 9 already, go and do that one and then come back here. But we're here on hole 10. Let's get to it. Alright, hole number 10 here. It's a par 3, as has been the case I think the whole course so far. Par 3, 115 meters, so a bit of a smash, or 105, 115 I think. We're basically straight out here, OB, water to the right, and there's a Mando on the left there that you have to go to the right of. Yeah, it's a smash out there. It's just like hyzer flip, distance shot, flex shot if you prefer that, but it's just like, yeah, I think it's throw something just straight and long. Go Onyx first. Coming in. Watch out, watch out. Okay, we're gonna try another one there. That just pulled over on that way too much. Alright, that was an absolute smash. So I don't know where the basket is. There's no baskets out obviously, so I'm trying to find them as I go, but that was really clean. Let's see where it ended up. So we're looking for a while to find where the basket was. Shot landed there, and basket is literally right there, baby. So that was like one of the best shots I've ever thrown with the Onyx, and it's, yeah, perfect. So that could be the play. Hole 11, it's a 150 meter par 3, and that seems to be the case for a lot of the holes out here. 150 meter par 3. This one's throwing a little bit uphill. You've got OB long grass to the left, and then we're throwing near hole 2 and 3, I believe. So there's the kind of a ditch there that is also OB, that's kind of to the right and long. It's just like straight out there, near one of those trees that you can see. Most players will go with just like a big backhand hyzer that just spikes in and lands right next to the basket, which I'm going to try with a nuke. You just want to avoid going left, because that's a bad mistake. So if you overcompensate, go too far right, that should be fine. Right on that, we shall see. Actually, you know what? We'll be on a pitch count today. That will do it. Let's go. Here, actually just a little bit long and right. Basket is just over in there. So, yeah, that's probably a good play. Just needed to, yeah, throw it a little bit differently, but good disc, big hyzer. Skip on in under the basket here, just avoid that left side. All right, we are at hole number 12. It is 101 meter par 3, elevated tee pad, and this is going to be a really kind of tricky technical hole because it's 101 meters out, and you've got, as you can see, the trees on the right and trees on the left. So probably the play that's going to be safest, because none of it's OB, but you don't want to go in there because it's jail. So safest play, probably like some sort of a backhand that just kind of fades off that right side, ends up out in the open. Or if it kind of flips up and is like pushing straight for as long as you can and going down the middle of the gap, that'll be safest. But probably isn't going to get you close to the basket as some sort of like a flex forehand, which I'll try both. That's riskier because if you don't turn it enough, then you're going to end up fading out into that stuff on the right, which you don't want to do. So, tricky hole. This will be a fun one. We'll go Undertaker first, backhand line. Wow, okay. Josie's thinking that's not good. That's probably a little short, and honestly almost as good as I could have thrown it. It ended up a little bit right, but I think it was still out of the stuff, so that should be okay. Try a forehand now. Like so. That's scary too, that's scary too. So this was the backhand, guys, and that's the basket there. So pin high, just inside circle. That was a pretty good shot actually. So that was a nice controlled fairway driver, just like flip up straight. I think my forehand went into some of this stuff somewhere, so I'm gonna try and find it. It shouldn't have gone too deep, but that's the risk with the forehand if you don't get it turned over enough. So yeah, forehand's here. I just didn't turn it enough. It looked good, but it just faded out, and you know, you got nothing here. So you definitely want to just like really flex it over to ensure that it doesn't go into this stuff, because at least if you're out in the open, you're all good. All right guys, hole number 13 is a beast of a hole. 122 meter par 3, OB fence left, and then OB out in the field onto the right to just protect hole 14's fairway. But as you can see, tight gap, low ceiling, straight shot, which is the most direct line to the basket, which is tough. So you can either hyzer flip something or flex something through that gap, but it's a pump. Otherwise you can go the big spike hyzer out to the right side here, which honestly, that's probably gonna, unless you have a massive, huge throw, it's gonna be tough to get birdie from there. You might just be playing for par. So we'll throw both and see how we go. We'll try nuke here, just try and hit the gap and see where it goes. 121 meters, ooh, 22, big shot. That's my miss, turning it over. So we might throw something a little bit more stable through the gap on that flex line, see what that does. Go the force. Wow, so I think that actually pushed long. If that was the nuke, that would have flipped up a little bit more. So we'll see where those ended up. Would go 2 over the hyzer side just to see what that's like. There's no way that's going to the basket, but anyway, we'll give it a go. Well, not when you hit it straight into the tree. Try again, wider. That's just so far right. I don't think that's an option. I think if you can get through that gap, it's tight. You want to get to the basket, but at least you'll be closer than going out to the right side. So this is where my nuke landed. It was actually pretty solid. I just kind of died a bit early. I believe the basket's going to be just like up in that clearing there. So my force is over left a little bit. If that was a different, like if it flipped up a little bit more, if I threw this disc kind of on that hyzer line, it might have flipped up nicely to get into that gap, because I think the force actually had the distance to get there. So it's just a matter of getting the line right. Yeah, so the force here pushed the fence long, so that's pretty cool. We got the distance there in the headwind, which was nice. Oh yeah, okay, so here it is. X marks the spot there. So yeah, you want to actually kind of flip something up a little bit or like flex it. So that's a fun shot. All right, hole 14, 100 meter par 3. Like a big backhand hyzer essentially. There is that Mando line, same line as hole 13, runs in the middle, so it'd be right. And there's also a Mando left, you've got to go right of that. A Mando on the left, I should say, and you've got to go right of that. So you've got to just push past that, and I think that's right near the basket. So you just kind of throw a hyzer out and yeah, spike it back 100 meters, you should be looking good. We'll throw cap wrap first, see if that's got the distance. It might be hard to get that 100 meter there, but we'll try, and then we'll go nuke after that. Okay, so that was really wide. Faded back nicely, but it's a little short, I want to say. So we'll go nuke now, disc up, really get it nice and wide, spike hyzer in near the basket. Oh, sorry. Throwing it so wide, dang it. We'll try force now, we really will try and get a little tighter here. They're kind of similar, the force and the cap wrap, but the angle on the force is better, so we'll see where they end up. Alright guys, so I'm not exactly sure what the basket is. It's hard to see with the marks on the ground, but here's where my 2 discs ended up. I have a feeling, it's the Mando there, I have a feeling that I was a little short and a little right. I think you want to like push a little bit further maybe and a bit further left. So I'm guessing the basket's kind of just in that area there, but we'll see on the day. Hole 15 here, it's 115 meters, par 3, and it's playing to the same basket as hole number 1. It's just from a little bit further back, so just makes it the hole a little bit longer, 15 meters longer. With these low-hanging branches on the right and the OB on the right, if you've got a nice powerful forehand, you can go with that, which I'll show you that one. Then also, it's kind of a nice, just slowly turn over backhand as well. You could play. So I'll try the turn over backhand with my Onyx first up. See if we can't get it close. Okay, the distance, but as you guys know, my turn over backhand not a strong part of my game, so we're just going to try and slow it down and get the right angle on this one. We'll go again with another Onyx. Yeah, much better, still not quite though. We'll go with Undertaker now, a little bit flippier, so it should hold that turn a bit longer in this tailwind. Bit too much, so that's definitely a play. Turn over backhand, if we can get the angle right. This wasn't quite dialing it in there. We'll go forehand now, we'll go a bit flippier because my other discs are out there, but go with the Hades, just pop it on a hyzer, hopefully have it stand up and carry the whole distance there. Really nice line there, flipped up beautifully, just a little short. We'll try one more with the forehand. So those landed a little bit short, they just kind of stalled out, but still probably circle 1. These are the forehands from back there. Bottle there is the basket. So yeah, inside circle 1. Nice flip up forehand. Josie just tossing one down there. Alright, hole 15 here. Teeing off from a bit of an elevated tee pad again. Shooting down towards hole 2's basket. So once again, the bottom of the hill here is out of bounds. And then you've got that Mando on the left there that you have to go right of, and basket is somewhere down in that clump of trees. There, clump of trees. So just like a really straight shot. You could play like a flexing forehand or like kind of like a slow turning backhand. We'll give this one a go. 115 meter par 3. Just looking at it, this shot seems pretty tough. It's really just like you want something to just push straight and have no left movement at all, otherwise you'll miss the Mando or yeah, end up in a bad spot. So just straight, even if it slightly turns at the end of its flight to the right on a backhand, that would be ideal. I'm almost tempted to throw a flex line as well, which we'll try out for you and show you the lines. I'm going to try first with Undertaker, just try and throw it flat, hard, have it just turn a little bit to the right, and yeah, see where it ends up. Okay, that was a pretty good throw, but not enough distance. Let's try another one. Onyx. Might have to go some more disc, but that's alright. Oh. Okay. Let's try going a bit faster. Go Onyx again. I'm going to try and hit this gap. Good line, very low. This is a tough one. We're going to try a flex line now. So go Newt, flex around the right side. Wow, Devil had a lot of angle and it was pretty decent actually. Try one more of those, another Newt. Oh, not the last one. Let's see where those ended up, hey? So this is where my Undertaker went. Hit the tree, this tree, bounce back. Mando tree's over here, hit one there. Basket's just over there where my bag is. So, trying to figure the line here. I think if you can just get it straight in between the Mando tree and this tree and push straight, it's actually not too far past it. So you just got to like hit this pretty solid gap and you'll be in there with a chance. Hole 17 here, look at this. Beautiful fairway, guys. We've got just dead straight ahead, tight gap to hit. Same basket as hole number 3. So it's up on the hill there, and there's OB that you're throwing over, and then also OB marked near the basket. So this one, disking up to a fairway or even a distance driver, some people will go just to really get through the gap and finish hard onto the hill. So we'll try both of those, see how they go. I should also mention that there's a Mando on the left, as in hole 3 as well, but it shouldn't come into play unless you like hit something early and then it kicks left, but you shouldn't really miss it because it's behind this tree here. And I'm going to go forehand as well because I should have mentioned that. It's just like a longer version of hole 3, so it shapes up pretty nice for the forehand. We'll go with the vulture first. I'll usually throw cap wrap up, we'll go vulture. Okay, that went far. That went up onto the hill, so that might be a little bit too far. We'll try again. Super clean shot, that was really nice. Hit it out nicely. So we'll go vulture again, just throw it nice and smooth out through the gap. Uh-oh, that could be danger. That could be in the water. We'll go nuke now, just something fast that was out there. That was close too. We'll see where those end up. Look at this beautiful fairway. What do you think, Jose? Oh, look. So the nuke here went a bit deep at the basket. So honestly, it's probably a cap wrap. The vulture was decent as well. I moved it. It didn't finish there. It finished over just in the bushes there. So a little bit OB, but the first one went way deep over there. So it's really not as far as what I'm thinking it is, so probably going to throw the cap wrap on that hole. Alright folks, we've made it. Hole 18, final hole of this practice round, and our first par 4, so let's go. Very excited about that. You want to get it out past this tree line on the right. No OB to worry about, but yeah, just like smash as far as you can. You can go with a forehand, which will kind of fade you towards the basket, give you a nice approach. You can just go backhand straight as well, or one that slightly turns, and try and butt off as much distance as you can. But again, if you're too much off and you turn it too much into the right, you're in trouble. So we'll throw one forehand, one backhand, and then call it a day. That could be in the bushes, so I just gotta get that a little bit more turned. That could be in there, so that's tricky. We'll try a backhand now, just try and turn it. We'll throw something flippy here. Hades, just like really high, so it flip all the way out there, see if we can get max distance. No. Okay, hit something. Tricky. My forehand turned over into the bushes, so I just put it here because that's where the ideal drive would land. And it's a pretty short par 4, so this is a pretty standard little pitch up, just tucked in those trees there. Nice zone. That's alright. Then a pitch up and shank it and miss it, so let's go again. Oh, a little kick back on the rock. So yeah, pretty simple par 4 if you can get it out in the open here. Alright everyone, that will do for the practice round out here at Virtual Park. I hope that you've all enjoyed. Hope it's been informative and enjoyable. Only just me throwing today, guys. Sorry about that, but hopefully you got a bit of an idea of the lines to throw, and stay tuned for some updates regarding how the tournament goes. But I appreciate you all. Hope that you've had a wonderful day and make it great for somebody else. And Joe's, what will we do?
Like and subscribe.
You can do that if you want, but we'll catch you in the next one.